Kia ora tātou, welcome to Week 10's flipped lecture for HSHUP201. This is just a quick introduction to the next 2 weeks of the paper where we're looking at resilience and mental toughness. So these are concepts from psychology and mental toughness from sports psychology in particular. We're trying to understand how people deal with stress, how some people are able to bounce back without ill effects from adverse events, and in particular with mental toughness try and capture that idea about what is necessary or needed to successfully perform under trying conditions, particularly at the elite level. So we begin this week by looking at resilience. That's the flipped lecture and the lecture, and this is a psychological construct. It's been approached within multiple fields in psychology, and so it's got quite a long history, and there's some fairly consistent findings have been generated in terms of what resilience is and the sorts of things that might foster resilience. Mental toughness, on the other hand, has got a much more brief history. It's much more specific or located within sports psychology and perhaps the sporting world more generally. And so when we shift to next week, we'll be doing some comparison work between this broader concept of resilience and what is potentially a newer, potentially more specific notion of mental toughness, and we'll be doing some evaluation work thinking, well, what are the benefits or weaknesses of using one of these over the other. And so that's really going to be our focus for the next 2 weeks. So that's going to complement the work you've just been doing with Tina in terms of confidence, motivation and anxiety. Resilience really adds another layer on top of that, because it's not just how motivated you are that might influence your success. It is also a range of other skills or attributes that you might have that can influence your ability to keep going when the going gets tough, or to shrug off difficulties and those sorts of things. So it's very much a follow-on from this section that you've just done on motivation. So I look forward to seeing you in class and commenting on forums, and we'll have a couple of good weeks looking at resilience and mental toughness.